Hello and welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who Rewatch podcast brought to you by Another Happy Studios. This week the Vikings are at war, a fake Odin wheel saw, and Maisie Williams can live more. And Maisie Williams can live more. What the fuck is going on? You know what's going on.
I just want you to do better.
I know why I put effort into my intros now.
You should have let me know that you didn't write an intro, because I wrote one for you.
It's to prove that I can. That I'm capable of greatness. To show the world that Nathan wasn't right.
I decided this week I'm going to prove that basically Lawrence just pulls these intros out of his arse, basically. Although he didn't even do that this week.
I'll do it every week going forward. He'll rue the many days he slandered my intros.
Because there's nothing to your rhymes. It's just, you're just finding a rhyme, but the actual content, there's nothing to it. Clara did a crawl. Great.
She did do a crawl though.
Good for her.
But they could be good for everybody. I know why I put effort into my intros now. It's to remind me, to hold me to the mark. I'm Lawrence, and I make good intros, and if anyone's listening to this podcast and you've got any sort of a problem with that, fuck me, dude, then to hell with you.
No, is that it? Okay, right. Hello everyone, welcome to Still Got Legs, the only Doctor Who Rewatch podcast in the world. There are no others that exist, and frankly, if you ever say that there are, I'll fucking break your legs. My name is Nathan, and as always, I'm joined by my wonderful companion as we go on this fantastic journey through time and space and rewatch all of Doctor Who. Alan Z, Geronimo, Clara, what the fuck? Hello, Lawrence.
Hello, did you?
Right, okay, right. Clearly, I touched a nerve, okay?
No, I'm just having fun at this point.
Clearly, I touched a nerve, but also, there was a whole through line there of, like, I have to prove that Nathan was wrong. I can't prove Nathan right. But in doing that, you've proven me right, okay? Because you're showing how much more effort you're putting into your intros now and how much better they are than before when you was just pulling them out of your arse. So you are proving me right.
Yeah, I fully am. It's one of them things, if you stop to think about it, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But
It doesn't make any sense whatsoever, really.
I'm just reverse engineering a scenario where I could do a little 12 Doctor speech.
All right. Great.
Did you like it? I thought it was fun.
You got a kid on the way, man. What are you doing? How are you finding the time to spend your day doing this shit?
It only took like 20 minutes. It was easy.
All right, man.
Easy peasy. I just got the song and they just recorded some dumb thing. I recorded twice, right? And the first time I recorded, I accidentally didn't have my fucking mics assigned. Right, so it was through my laptop, and it's a good thing too, because I decided in the first take to do Capaldi's voice, and it was dreadful. I mean, like, genuinely terrible.
Yeah.
So the second voice, I was just like, I'll just do an overly stupid, dramatic version of me instead, and I think that worked better.
It felt like you were kind of trying to match my cadence at times.
There was a part of me, I did try and lean into a deeper husk, and that like cough at the end.
The end of time that I would do, I feel like he was trying to intimidate that sort of, but
yeah. I
don't think you quite have the gravitas for that.
Well, you got to bring it back somehow. All right, you just know that was a banger intro, and you know it was.
It was something, all right. It was okay. There was. What I will say is there was effort put into it. Yeah. Okay. It was definitely not just a little rhyme, okay? I fear that now we are entering the territory, though, of the big budget, overly produced slop, perhaps.
Yes,
like, just because there's effort put into it doesn't necessarily mean that's always, but
no. I'm fully with you. It doesn't make it good.
Yes,
but I tried
it's
real
something.
Hard.
Yeah, A for effort.
Thank you.
Anyway, that was fun, I guess.
These will stop when baby's here, by the way.
I'm sure they will, yeah. I'm sure they will.
I won't go back to the rhymes. This week you got a rhyme and extra effort, so if anything, that's double effort from me. Or just one
We're
effort.
also gonna have a fucking 10-week break though as well from this podcast.
So I can bank some, is what you're saying.
No. What I'm saying is you'll forget entirely. Once we come back, you'll have fucking baby brain and everything, man. You won't know what fucking day it is. All right, your memory's fucked even during normal peacetime. Okay,
yeah.
Throw a baby into the mix, you are cooked.
Yeah, mate, I'm done. I'm already resigning myself.
So cooked. Okay, it is so over for you.
I'm resigning myself to the truth. I know it will be the case. So if I put in a little bit of extra high budget effort now, then everyone can remember the good old days when I just kind of lean back into a bit of not sloppy shit, not rhymes, but definitely less work than that.
All right. Well, just so the standards are very clearly set here, I will be doing a normal intro next week, okay? All right? I will not be recording a whole thing and putting in and doing all this shit. I will just be doing a standard run-of-the-mill intro, okay?
Yeah.
And just doing what we should be doing. But, that's just me. All right?
I've freed myself from the shackles of one limitation being the rhymings. Now I'm entertaining myself. I had 20 minutes to kill. I thought, yeah, go on then. I'll do something dumb.
I feel like you spent more than 20 minutes on it.
I definitely didn't spend more than 20 minutes on it. You can ask my wife. I had a strict deadline.
Okay. All right then. Lawrence, it is Doctor Who Season 9, Episode 5, written by Jamie Mathiasson and Stephen Moffat, directed by Ed Bazalgette. I may have pronounced that wrong, but if I did, then fuck you.
Fuck him?
No, you specifically.
Oh, okay.
It is episode 122 of both Still Got Legs and Doctor Who. It is The Girl Who Died. Set a timer. I will not.
Is that for yourself, is it?
Yes. We keep forgetting the hour mark ad as well.
Oh yeah, we do, don't we?
Yeah, but we'll try and remember this week.
We'll just give it an honest good go. That's all we can do.
That's all we can do. All right, that's all we can do. Anyway,
unless we do them back to back here and now.
No. The Girl Who Died. Lawrence.
Yeah, man.
General thoughts.
I had a lot of fun. I think this is a good, earnest bit of fun. I think that it's got some really good character beats in it, and I think we're at a place now where 12 and Clara have been so well developed that even in the episodes that aren't supposed to be mind-blowing, and even in the episodes that aren't like jaw-dropping and incredible, right, they can just always be saved by some good 12 Clara moments. And I think this is nothing crazy, but a very, very entertaining and enjoyable episode. I had a blast. What about you?
I think this is a deceptive episode. It's one where it's like, hey, here's just a standard run-of-the-mill normal Doctor Who episode. It's nothing too exciting. It's nothing too out there and wild. It's, there's Vikings, there's aliens, kind of. There's Maisie Williams. It's a little bit of fun. It's simple. 7 Samurai, It's a very simple tale told time and time again and just doing it in a Doctor Who format, okay?
Yeah.
And then it's like, and what if we also just dropped some of the biggest Doctor Who lore ever at the same time?
Yeah.
What if we just dropped some of the biggest moments in Doctor Who history ever in this seemingly, middle of the road kind of episode? So it's deceptive. It's a snake, a serpent from a girl's dreams.
Yeah.
See what I'm getting at? You see the metaphor?
I see where you're going with it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what I thought.
Oh, nice. Okay, sick. Yeah, man. I kind of like the concept that it's the Doctor that's in a run-of-the-mill kind of standard fare situation, but whilst he's dealing with a very simple solution and a very, very easy villain to defeat and stuff, he's kind of also just having a bit of a crisis of faith in and amongst himself, and he's dealing with massive stakes for the character, but not for the episode around him. But I think this is fun. I get the impression a lot of people don't think this is all that fun.
I don't care what people think. All right?
I'm just curious.
I care what I think, all right? And I care what you think, kind of. And
to a show capacity, anyway.
As long as it lines up with my opinion, which is the correct one, then it's good.
Just a co-host for pure validation and nothing else.
Yes. I don't know. What did you ask me?
Well, as in, like, do people have a beef with this? I've heard that the Maisie Williams episodes of Doctor Who are not the best, and people don't like them that much. That's my preconceived notion going into this, and I disagree so far.
I feel like you need to stay away from the internet in general.
No, okay? I just heard, mate. This is just being alive.
I know you do. I know, and I'm saying you to stop. All right, you're always just hearing things. All right, stop just.
How
hearing
can I
things.
stop just hearing things?
Because you need to stop. Get off Twitter. All right. Get off Twitter, all right? And everyone gives me shit for using Twitter. No one says a fucking word about this cunt,
well,
all right?
What are you coming for me for? What have I done?
Using Twitter.
I've tweeted like maybe twice in a month.
Every fucking time I tweet, no matter what it is, some cunt brings it up in the Discord and he's like, oh, Nathan's still using Twitter.
Right.
All right? Literally every fucking time. I'm scared to tweet now because I'm going to get fucking blasted.
That's not me. I didn't do that.
I'm not saying it's you, but I'm saying you're using Twitter and no cunt is fucking pulling you up on it.
Bring it up to me. I don't care. It's fine. You don't have... you can't shame me. I've just tweeted and I have to every now and again for work stuff. All right? It's just what I do.
I get fucking shit like, I personally don't use an app run by a billionaire. First of all, yes, you fucking do, okay? Yes, you fucking do.
Nathan, this is more of your therapy, not for the... Stop shouting at our listeners.
I need to stop, I'm sorry. Okay.
But you are right.
Let me just file that away for later, all right?
No, fuck it, let's crack it open. You are correct.
I am correct. But I'm going to stop, okay?
I actually don't use any apps run by bad people. You're wrong.
You're wrong, because they're all run by horrible bad people, okay?
And if you don't, you still have a phone to not use those apps. And that's a horrible person that made your phone as well.
Enjoying that Prime subscription? Anyway. Look, I want to kill myself. But again, that's a conversation for me and my therapist.
Yeah. Deep Breaths, starring Peter Capaldi.
And Jenna Coleman. What are we doing?
Let's discuss. Where do we open up?
We open up in space. Well, we open up in Clara's eyes.
Yes.
Because she's in a little spacesuit and she's in space.
Yeah.
She's in the spacesuit.
The spacesuit, yeah. I was like, oh, it's back. It's back. I'm happy to see it again.
It's back. Not the first time she's worn it. It is the second time she's worn it. So good for us.
What was the first time she did it again?
Moon, baby, abortion.
Oh, moon baby. Yeah, of course.
Moon baby egg. Moon baby egg.
Moon baby egg. Is that the one where the moon's an egg?
Let me just make some more notes for my therapist.
Yeah. You write them down. Yeah. Store them all up.
Yeah.
I'd hate to be your therapist. Do they just get shouted at?
Cunt of a co-host. Okay. All right. What was you saying?
Yeah. No, we'll just crack back into it. So there's a love sprite crawling up Clara's.
A love sprite.
Yeah, that's what the Doctor calls it.
I love Pepsi Max personally.
Nathan, I couldn't agree more.
It's not quite the same effect because it's already open. But I'm enjoying a Lucozade. That's what I called Lucozade. That's blue.
Why is it blue? What flavour is blue?
It's called Blue Burst. So no idea.
So still unsure.
It was still unsure, but the flavour is blue, Lawrence. Okay, everyone knows that. All right, everyone knows what flavour blue is. All right,
I know. Yeah,
it's blue flavour.
It's is it like blue raspberry is often a flavour, or there's bubblegum is often blue as well.
Bubblegum's pink.
No, but like you can get a bubblegum flavoured thing that's often coloured blue. Because pink's already taken, man. Pink's already like fucking raspberry, strawberry, a bunch of other stuff.
So Clara's in space. Okay, she's in her spacesuit.
Yeah.
And she's like, Doctor, help me. He's like, yeah. You know, the next thing on the list, he's busy. He's in the TARDIS. You know, the TARDIS is on fire.
The TARDIS is on fire. I love it when we like kind of fucking just land straight. What's the? I fucking hate that face. What is it?
Don't worry about it.
Hang on, let me write something down for my therapist. Quick.
You don't have a therapist.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's bad, trust me, it's bad.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's also bad that I have one. Okay.
It's just both bad.
We're both bad. Right?
I kind of like it when we open up and we're in the midst of another adventure. I like to see, like, often it's like, you know, the Doctor will often do like a quick anecdote of like, oh, it's like fucking Clara once tried to have an argument with Gandhi or whatever. We heard that a couple of weeks back, right? And
Last
it's nice.
week, I believe.
Was it? Oh, it's all blending into one. With the two-parters especially, and then editing them, it's all, I don't know what episode was what.
I believe it was yesterday.
Was it yesterday we said that? Or...
Lauren,
No.
I don't fucking know, man. All right?
No, it wasn't last week. It was the start. It was the start, because that's when they first meet all the crew. The Axe crew people. I was correct.
You was very quickly to declare yourself correct when I haven't even determined if that's the case yet.
I don't need you to determine it. That's how quick I can determine I'm correct.
I'm still thinking in my head.
It's
And
when
you know
they
what? I don't know.
Are you saying you don't know because you do know and you don't want to say I'm
I'm
right?
saying I don't know because I don't fucking know, all right? Because my brain is fundamentally broken, Lawrence.
Yeah,
okay?
that's fair. That is very fair.
Brain broken.
Hey, I'll write something there. Need to be correct all the time.
Is that about me? Wait!
No, it's about me!
Oh.
Do you reckon our therapist should start a podcast?
We should have a couples therapist. we should go to that could be a cool podcast. A podcast for a therapy podcast for podcast hosts, you know?
But I would love it, but at the same time, the listeners would hear very different sides to us. Because we're famously fucking terrible.
We are insufferable, yeah.
No, like I was saying, I do like it when the show opens up on stuff like this, like just seeing the Doctor and Clara in the midst of another adventure, finishing it off, and you know we're seeing the aftermath of that, and it's it's just good stuff. I enjoy this whole scene. It's very frantic.
I do too. It is very frantic. Yes, Clara was in the spider mines, the Doctor says, and so she's got like a big creepy crawly thing. And you called it a love spider. I don't know what that is, but
that's just what he calls it. I don't know.
All right, basically, yeah. But she's got a thing in her spacesuit, and now she's in danger, basically. She can feel it crawling up her leg. It's moving about her suit. She's not having a good time. And the Doctor's like, tell me what stars you fucking see. Tell me what's going on around you. Kind of as a way to distract her, but also as a way to pinpoint her coordinates as well. So we can.
This is so fucking sick, man. The Doctor can just hear where a couple of stars are and determine exactly where in the universe he should land the TARDIS precisely. I just think that's fucking awesome.
I wouldn't have a fucking clue how to describe stars. I'd be like, describe the stars. I'm like, well, they're stars, aren't they? They're little white dots in the distance, man.
Mate, I'll have a takeaway guy ring me up and be like, what number house are you at? And I'm like, it's this one. And they go, where's that from here? I'm like, it's your job, Chief, not mine.
I genuinely cannot stand. It's on the fucking thing, my guy. Yeah. Just fucking look at it, put it into Google, and fucking go there. All right?
If it's good enough for every postman ever, it's good enough for you, mate.
It's really not that fucking deep. It's not some mythical fucking castle that you have to slay a dragon to find.
Yeah.
Right? It's my fucking house, man.
Bro's doing puzzles.
Yeah, and don't even get me started when oh my god, hold on, there's another one for my
Go write it down, yeah.
But like when the fucking I get a takeaway, right, and they call me up and like I'm outside, I'm like, all right, great, ring the fucking doorbell.
Yeah,
then,
what do you fucking want me to do?
What do you want me to do? I don't care if you're outside. Knock on the fucking door and deliver the food.
It's taking longer to fucking call me and tell me for me to answer and you to communicate than just
I don't
fucking
answer
knocking.
them anymore. I don't answer. Anytime I see like a fucking mobile number calling me when I'm expecting to take one, I'm like, fuck that, I'm not answering it.
Do you know what one of my biggest fucking pet peeves is, right? If I order a cab and they're like trying to be trendy, it's like a local cab service and they're trying to be trendy and they're like, we've got an app as well, and the app is just a link to a website, and you're like, great, this is an app, and then you use it, and then it says your car's arriving, and then I get a phone call and I answer it, and it's an automated voice going, your car is arriving, and I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
We have the same
here. We have an automated thing that calls you as well, so I just ignore that call now. So whenever I get a cab and I get a call at the same time, and I just ignore it.
Well, I've had trouble with it because I've ignored them in the past, and then I've got the bloke ring me again, and I've answered it, and he's gone, I can't find your house, and I'm like, well, can you determine which is the number to ignore, please?
Yeah. Anyway.
The Doctor lands. He lands bang on.
Lands, yes.
We are we're so in the trenches.
Everyone can tell we're fine and healthy and normal. Okay, this is fine. All right.
I'm not used to so many late nights in a row. I'm not good.
First of all, okay, it is 9:20.
No, I know, but when we finish, it will be like midnight, and I'll be like, oh, I want to go to sleep.
All right.
So yes, the doctor immediately just starts smashing this little insect that was in Clara's.
Well, he lands the TARDIS. He materializes the TARDIS around her. There's a great transition shot where the camera's like zoomed in on Clara, like right up to her fucking eyes, and then the helmet comes off and she's inside the TARDIS, which is very cool, really well done. The doctor just starts stamping the shit out of this little bug, creepy crawly thing.
Yeah, and good on him. Valid and justified, I think.
Yeah, good stuff.
You ever stamping on little creatures you see in your gaff?
Yeah, you.
I'm not in your gaff to stamp on.
You are in my head. After I've talked to my therapist.
It's a visualizing exercise for you.
Yes. Like, fucking die, Lawrence. Die. Your fucking intros.
You asked for more effort. I'm just doing what you said.
No.
We've gone so far in the opposite direction now where I'm just actively trying to annoy you with how absurd they can be.
Yeah. But hey, I'd rather this than just nothing. So.
Well, I gave you a taste of the intro earlier with the fucking, and Maisie Williams can live more. And I was like, oh, I hear it now. When I'm trying to make a bad one and I just make one that I normally would have made, I'm like, oh, that's a gut punch, isn't it? Okay. For myself.
Yeah.
The transition shot's fucking awesome. Doctor's stamping on the thing. He's like immediately like, I'm sorry, you're not fucking impressed. That was awesome, by the way.
Not a word about my spot-on materialization skills, he says. Yeah.
And then then he heads out to like wipe his shoe, and Clara's like, we don't have the full context for whatever this adventure was, but Clara's like, is there nothing else we can fucking do? Like, I feel like there's more we could do to help those people that were in whatever crises they were in or whatever.
Yeah.
And the doctor's like, no, not really, mate.
You basically say something to the effect of, I'm not actually the police. It's just basically what it says on the box, Yeah. Like, at a certain point, you just have to leave them to themselves to get on with it, really. Yeah. Which is true, I think.
Yeah. And then immediately we're thrust into the adventure that we're actually on this week.
Vikings, big old sword to Clara's throat. Okay, so my knowledge of Vikings extends entirely from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Okay. Mm-hmm. So take this with a grain of salt, okay? And, I don't have a history degree, okay? So I may not have the full understanding here.
Sure.
But it is my understanding, again, from Assassin's Creed Valhalla, that Vikings didn't actually use swords. They were primarily axe wielders.
There's certainly a lot of axe play in that game.
There is, yeah.
And again, I would know as much as you know about Vikings. In fact, a lot less, because I played a lot less of Valhalla.
Yeah, I would know a lot more than you.
There's not a lot of swords. They got their shields, they got their helmets, they got their axes, and they chuck a bunch of axes as well, don't they? They've got like little axes as well.
I mean, yeah, depending on what power-ups you have on Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Well, how many side quests have you done? How many chickens have you saved and put back in a coop or something?
How many chickens have you saved?
There's always something like that in Assassin's Creed. You'll go over to someone and they'll be like, please, my village, it's lost its chickens. And you'll go, okay, I'll get the chickens back for you or some shit.
I don't know what you're on about. I've just Googled, did Vikings use swords? And Google AI said yes, but I mean, who knows what that means.
That's so. Google AI though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So that could be anything.
I like the doctor's immediately like, oh, not fucking Vikings.
He's immediately fed up with Vikings.
Yeah.
Okay, which is great. He puts on the Sonic sunglasses and is like, listen, all right, bad day for you, because on my face is the most fucking technologically advanced piece of fucking, device there is, okay?
Yeah.
You will cower in the presence of this, basically. And then the Viking just takes it and just breaks it in half, basically. And he's like, all right, first right, Clara, we're off.
Yeah,
for the
that
Vikings.
Is such a funny line from
Yeah.
Clara, we're going with the Vikings.
Yeah.
It's a wonder that fucking more Doctor Who antagonists haven't just done this before. The Doctor aims a Sonic at them, and then someone just walks up to him, just grabs it out of his hand, and snaps it like a twig. Like,
could you snap a Sonic screwdriver?
especially
like
10's
a
one.
twig.
Yeah, because 10's one comes out and you could use that leverage to go snap, you know?
No, I don't think you could.
Not Matt Smith's one. It's too chunky.
Yeah, too girthy.
Yeah, too girthy. What are the
Double
other
girth.
ones we've had? Oh, that's like the only other one we've had apart from the Sunnies and...
Yeah, those are the only mainstay screwdrivers we've had, really.
Damn. Okay, well, we'll assess. Every time new screwdrivers are introduced, we'll assess and debate.
Oh!
Yeah, so Clara, we're off with the Vikings. Titles! No, that's the wrong song for the titles.
I know, but it's a good song, though.
Nathan, lock in, all right? Let's get off your fucking phone!
I'm messaging my therapist.
I don't care, do it later.
I'm arranging an emergency session.
Right, is the title. Look, I know we're tired. All right, we'll get through this. I promise.
No, they're good, all right? They're good now. This is not like the Before the Flood or Lake one, whatever that one was,
Yeah,
all right?
but they're under the lake or something.
Under the sea or whatever.
Yeah. This is where the seaweed is always greener or something.
Darling, it's wetter down where it... No. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Under the sea.
Melissa McCarthy's there. She's like, I don't want you to have legs or whatever. Or no, maybe you should have legs. I don't know what she wants in that movie.
Melissa McCarthy's there?
Yeah, well, she's in the Disney new one. Or not
I
new
haven't
one.
seen it. Never seen it. Do you know I've actually never seen the original?
Have you
Little
not?
Mermaid. No.
Join the club, brother. Anyway, titles.
Yeah, those were the titles.
Okay, nice.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones is here.
Game of Thrones is here. She's like, hello, I'm Game of Thrones. And everyone's like, you sure are.
You sure are, Maisie Williams.
You sure are.
This bloke's starting off the Villagers' Day with a fat horn where he's announcing the return of people. I'd love to have a fat fucking horn like this on my roof. I don't know what you could possibly be laughing at. I just want a fat fucking horn.
Stop!
All up on my roof.
Stop!
I want to blow into a big fat fucking horn.
Let's just move on, all right? But just never say that again, okay?
I don't know what it's just an innocent thing in Doctor Who. But I don't know what you're possibly alluding to.
Oh, God.
So they're rejoicing at the sight of all their Viking mates returning.
Huzzah, Vikings! Why did they take Doctor and Clara hostage?
I don't know. What's their game?
He's never really... They don't seem like the kind of Vikings who are just like, yeah, we'll take you or we'll kill you or whatever. Like, of what use are they to you, really? It's never really dwelled upon, but they're just like, you're coming with us.
Yeah.
All right. I guess they just want some mates, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, to be fair, a lot of their mates daily keep fucking vanishing, so there's that.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just trying to regrow the community a little bit more, see what these guys can bring to the table.
I guess, yeah. But apparently they spent 2 days getting there. They spent 2 days on a long ship.
Yeah.
But skipped over that, but, you know.
Yeah,
fine,
well, we wouldn't want to sit there for 2 days, would we?
No, it seems quite long. We don't really know where this is, you know. Is it in England? Is it in Denmark? Is it in Norway? Who knows? You know?
Probably Wales.
Probably a mix of all three, really.
Yeah, probably.
And that mix of all three, just outside of Cardiff.
Well, at least they're not trying to make it look like London this time. At least it looks more believably like wherever the fuck they're supposed to be. So Maisie Williams is there and she's like, I thought I had a dream that all of you died. And they just kind of give her a look like, well, we didn't. And she's like, that's good.
Yeah.
Good stuff then in that case.
Good for her. Yeah.
But the doctor's transfixed with her. He's like, what's your vibe? What's going on here?
He sees her and he's like, who the fuck are you? And Clara's like, do you know her? What's going on here? And he's like, no, never seen her before in my life. And then he says something to the effect of like, humans always get premonitions wrong or something. Premonitions is just basically remembering in the wrong order, basically.
Yeah.
So like, there's something going on with Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones has a weird aura, a weird vibe surrounding it, but the doctor's even like, look, it just fucking happens sometimes. No idea what that is. Anyway, never mind, I guess.
Too much time travel, he says. Blames on the time travel. Blame it on the juice, got you feeling loose.
There's a great little exchange where the Dr. Clara's like, what the fuck is the plan? Right? You keep saying you've got a plan. We've been on a stupid boat for 2 days. Have you got a plan? And the doctor's like, look, we're just going to meet the boss man and do the usual. And she's like, what's the usual? And the doctor's like, replace him. And I'm like, yeah, man, you've got aura. This doctor is such a cool guy.
Lawrence, it's 30 minutes into this episode.
You're right, it is.
Here's some ads.
Okay. We're back from the ads.
This scene is very stupid, but very fun. I feel the doctor immediately calls himself Odin. He immediately declares himself to be Odin. Is like, you have angered me. Behold my magic. And then he just drops a yo-yo.
Yeah.
Very funny.
He's like, it's the sign of Odin. And some guy's like, you're not Odin. And the doctor's like, well, how the fuck would you know, mate?
Yeah.
Like, let's get real. What, have you met him? And then possibly the most poor timing in the world occurs for the doctor.
Yeah, it's quite bad timing. Just at that point, the face of Odin just suddenly appears in the sky, and it's like, my people, I am Odin. Now your day of reward has come.
I don't know what it was about this, right? It just, because Doctor Who's no fucking stranger to weird shit, right? It's practically what the show's built on. It's the ethos, right? But
yes,
I was watching this, and when the big Odin face came out, I just went, that was the last fucking thing I was expecting. It really took me aback, and I went, what? What's going on?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. It's probably not. Yeah, it's not necessarily something you'd think would happen.
Yeah,
really.
Which is fun because I like having not seen any of these because I'm able to just go like, this is just a raw reaction. I was like, what the fuck? What's happening?
Yeah. But anyway, so this is seemingly Odin, seemingly the real Odin. And he's like, listen, cunts, I'm Odin. Fucking your mightiest warriors will feast with me tonight in the halls of Valhalla. And then some, like, weird robots show up. And then they're like, we're robots and we're going to kill you.
We're robots, we're here. We're not sure what's going on.
They're like tank robots or something.
Yeah, I think they kind of look pretty sick, if I'm honest. I think they kind of look cool.
Yeah.
Bit generic, but cool.
Bit generic, yeah. 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 They're fine, I guess. They're fine. Clara's like, that's not really Odin, is it? The doctor's like, of course not. He doesn't even have a yo-yo. Which is very fun.
It's very good. So the doctor, like, he's able to get a bit of a look at the robots, like, see all their fucking futuristic tech. And Odin's not cutting about with robots, so he knows from the get-go, like, they're not invading. This is weird. This is something different. They're harvesting or something.
What is Odin cutting about with? He's got his crows.
He's got his crows. He's got his two boys, his two beautiful boys. No, he's got Thor and Loki's sometimes a horse, or has sex with a horse, or something with a horse.
I think the Thor and Loki thing is only in Marvel.
It was in Valhalla as well, right? I'm pretty sure, which is where I know all my Viking stuff from.
I think my understanding of it is that, I might be wrong, but I don't know if Thor and Loki are actually brothers in the Norse mythology.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, because Thor has other brothers. Yeah. Thor has, I think there's like Boar or something.
Thor and Boar.
Yeah.
Oh, this cunt.
But then his granddad was called like Draw or something.
This is like House of the Dragon all over again, isn't it? Where they've all sharing one name with a slightly different inflection.
Yes. I don't know. Look, I'm no expert on Norse mythology. Again, my knowledge of Norse mythology comes from two sources, both of which wildly incorrect. Okay, both of which very heightened for entertainment purposes. Those being the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Assassin's Creed. Okay.
Yeah. Is Odin cutting about with like a chariot and horses, or is that Zeus?
That's Zeus, yeah.
And Odin Zeus is in Marvel too.
Odin has like a six-legged horse or something though.
Oh, and is that the one Loki fucks?
No.
Loki does fuck a horse. I read this somewhere.
Loki does fuck a horse. Yeah, there is something about Loki fucking a horse.
We're getting down to the nitty-gritty of it. Loki fucks a horse.
Let me find out what horse Loki fucks. Okay,
just a regular one in the barn.
Loki, brother, what horse are you fucking?
What horse are you fucking today, sir?
Another Loki.
Bring me another horse.
Loki horse. Oh, Loki has a child with a horse.
Oh my god.
Hold on. In Norse mythology, Loki, disguised as a mare, which is a female horse, gave birth to the 8-legged horse, which maybe that's what I'm talking about, Sleipnir. I'll probably pronounce that so wrong. After mating with the stallion, Svaolifari, Sleipnir is Odin's. So the Odin's horse is Loki's kid.
That's awful. That's the worst insane family dynamic I've ever heard.
But then didn't Loki also give birth to the big dog as well, Fenrir?
Yeah. The dog is something to do with it. The dog is his kid. Yeah.
The dog's his kid,
which is why
that guy from Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, Basim's a wolf man or something.
Basim is Loki, from what I understand.
Yeah. Okay. Basim is Loki, but then in Mirage they do away with that kind of stuff. Or they do
No, they lean into it into Mirage.
Do they? Oh yeah, right at the end they do.
Yeah, it ends with him, but no, I'm Loki or whatever. Loki is canon to Assassin's Creed.
And he wears that wolf t-shirt and he's cutting about like, I love wolves, I'm one of them wolf freaks that you see.
I'm a child of the moon, you know?
That Maroon 5 song Animals starts playing and he's like, this is for me.
What song's that?
You not seen all these horrendous, like, you know these memes now that go out of their way to cringe you out? It's like cringe content.
Yeah.
There's this one, it's the song where they go, just like animals, baby, I'm praying on you tonight, can't you down eat you? You know that one?
No, I don't.
Oh, good. No. I'm just making a cunt of myself.
I would have gone with Shakira's She-Wolf myself.
Oh, yeah, that's a top tier one, yeah.
There's a she-wolf in your closet. My favourite part of that song is just the little half-hearted "Awoo."
Awoo!
Let it out so it can breathe. Awoo!
I like to think of her in the fucking Shakira in the studio, and her producer's like, do it, and she's like, it feels cheap. I don't want to.
Oh, yeah, we got it. All right, let's just get it again. All right,
you can fix it in post. I'm not doing another one. I'm fucking Shakira.
Oh, my hips do not lie. All right.
How only we could try and figure out how Loki fucks a horse and bring it to Shakira.
Her hips don't lie, Lawrence. That's not what you want from us. All right. La 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 la.
Fucking speaking of hips, Loki would have to have some good childbearing hips, wouldn't he? If he's birthing a horse or some shit.
An 8-legged horse at that.
Fuck.
Too many legs, man.
Yeah. Was he doing out of his asshole?
Because
he's a bloke.
No, he was disguised as a mare, so he was also a horse.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
So it's fine then.
So logically that's sound, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
let's do Doctor Who.
Yes. So Valhalla. Yeah. So they're off like we're going to Valhalla, and a bunch of them get taken, and Clara's like, "Hey, little Game of Thrones girl, fucking put on the little eye patch, the little sonic eye patch, and look at my chains and think the word open, okay?" But then they get taken as well. They also get taken to Valhalla, which, spoiler alert, is just a spaceship.
Yeah, it's not. It's immediately not Valhalla.
Yeah. It's just
a
cold like spaceship.
Yeah, it's old, crusty, dirty. I do kind of like it. They immediately establish the stakes with some Viking being like, "There's nothing to fear out here, lads," and then just gets vaporized like a twat.
Yeah. Pretty cool, I guess. I think someone will probably yell at me or yell at us if we don't mention this, but one of the Vikings is someone from a band, I believe. But I don't know what band or who they are. So there we go. So that's good.
Let's devote the time we would have spent talking about it if we knew and talk more about Loki and his horse.
I agree. Yes. So Loki's pussy.
Yes. Right? Yeah. His mare pussy, you could say.
His mussy. Loki's mussy.
Have these gotten more insane in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, they definitely have. Yeah, there's definitely... You can make some sort of graph, some sort of chart, and plot out the exact point where we started losing our fucking minds. I think.
You, by the way, from people, for the audience that have been there from day one, right? I gotta hand it to you, because have you ever gone back, Nathan, and listened to like one of our season 1 episodes?
No, and I never will.
It's so much more formal than this is. It's so much more formal than this.
Well, yeah, we used to always record in suits. We used to always be like, and now we will proceed with Still Got Legs. Good evening.
We had our transatlantic accents as well.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Still Got Legs.
Hello.
The only Doctor Who Rewatch podcast to exist. My husband and I, Doctor Who.
No, stop it.
My husband and I, Doctor Who, are very glad to be here this evening.
It's actually not half bad, to be fair.
Do you know, Tom Hiddleston never had a role in The Crown. You think he'd be right up for that shit, wouldn't you?
No, he's busy playing Loki, who's
he
fucking
is too
horses.
busy, fucking horses as Loki or whatever. They never put that in the Marvel movies.
They should have.
They should have shown him fucking that horse.
There was even that show where they went around to multiverse Lokis. They could have had at least one of them be a mayor. And then Loki, we just see normal Loki looking at it going like, oh, put that away, man.
Then one of them was a fucking alligator, but they couldn't even give us a little fucking horse pussy Loki.
Oh, man, that's not good on them.
Show us that horse pussy.
Show us that mussy. I like it. This is not quite a trash compactor sequence, but I do like a wall closing you into an instant death situation.
Yeah, so one Viking's like, yeah, Valhalla, blah, 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 and then he gets vaporized. And then everyone's scared. They're all afraid.
Yeah.
And then the wall starts pushing them towards the chamber where they'll all get vaporized, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine, I guess.
I kind of like it. I like that Clara has got the good sense to grab Maisie Williams and be like,
yes,
if we get lumped in the middle with them, we're defo dead. Let's at least try and do something here.
Yes. So that they go to the other side of the wall and try to open the doors. And we don't really see what happens, but they don't make it out in time, but also they're fine. Yeah,
they also don't die. And I kind of thought they're in a different part of the spaceship, but then when you get a bit of a wider shot, you just see like all the dead cunts' helmets that have been vaporized. So I guess they just were allowed to get through the wall at some point.
I think the door maybe just opened. I don't really know, but yeah.
It's a weird little edit or whatever, but I'm like, yeah, sure, who cares? That's fine.
Whatever. I'm not going to fucking dwell on it.
No, instead, we should dwell on Loki.
And his horse pussy. Anyway, back in the little Viking village, the Doctor is talking to the villagers, and they're not having a good time with it. They're like, oh, they took my daughter, they took all the villagers, oh, woe is me, or whatever. And the Doctor's like, yeah, shut up, you cunts.
Yeah, the guy's like, you're false Odin, you pretended to be a god, and the Doctor's like, yeah, but be fair, mate, so did he. Like, I'm not the only one here. In fact, it's fucking par for the course round here, if we're honest.
He's like, yeah, he's basically like, yeah, okay, I lied, but so did he, and you know he did, because, let's be honest, gods never show up, do they?
Great line from big old Steve or Jamie.
Yeah. Yeah, he says, guess what? You got raided. And guess what else? I lost someone who matters to me.
Yeah. And this guy steps up and is like, and so did I.
Because he's Game of Thrones' dad.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah.
We're just establishing naturally some relationships with the episode, I think, here, which is good stuff.
That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Clara and Game of Thrones are still alive.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, we're still alive. How did that happen? And then Odin's like, oh, maybe they do explain it. He's like, because of this, the little Sonic sunglasses half piece thing. Actually.
Yeah. Oh, yes, because they've got he's like future tech, and he's like, what the fuck's this? Explain the sunglasses or whatever he says.
Yeah, and then Clara's standing on business at this point. Then Clara does a really fucking good job of just being like figuring shit out and kind of just intimidating this cunt. Really, just bullshitting her way through it. Really, doing what the Doctor would do.
Yeah, and it is exactly. We find out in a little bit that this is exactly what the fucking Doctor would do. He expected her to do this.
Yeah, and 100%.
Yeah, she's just kind of like doctoring over them. Like she always takes on a bit more of a fucking whimsical. She's got her arms moving about a little bit more. She's a bit more animated whenever she takes on this kind of position.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. She's like, look, I'm in my spacesuit. I didn't come here alone. And let's be real, right? If I've got that future tech, it's probably more futuristic than your tech, and you're shit scared that my boys are going to arrive and fuck you up. So let's get real, right? I'll fuck off. You leave everyone alone. We'll call it a day. And then Game of Thrones fucks it for everyone.
She does fuck it, but not before fake Odin drinks his Viking cum or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's transitioning, Nathan. He's drinking that testosterone.
Yeah, I don't think that's...
I'm pretty sure that's not how it's done.
No, I don't think you mush a bunch of Vikings into testosterone and then just drink them. I'm not sure that's the transition process.
I think it is, Nathan. I've spoken to a few people in the community.
No, you haven't.
that would tell me this much.
Name one.
Shut up. All right, look, no one told me this. All right, fine, you got me. Yeah, it's a bit of I don't know what this is. I don't know why he wants to be more fucking manly or whatever. Like he's drinking.
It's weird, isn't it? Why are you drinking like fucking Viking piss or whatever? That's what testosterone is. It's piss and cum, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, checks out. Why not?
It's piss and cum. He's like, I'll have a fucking sip of this.
Yeah.
Chug-a-lug-a-lug.
Chug-a-lug-a-lug. Chug-a-lug-lug. Chug-a-lug-a-lug-lug. What's that from?
$30 bottle of wine.
No, yes, but also it's a song, I'm fairly certain.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it might be one of them weird Jason Derulo songs where he's like, various women with big bottoms dance with me or something. You know, that's his vibe. I feel I've lost the crowd.
Anyway,
yeah, Clara's like, is this the war? Is this a war you really want, mate? I get the impression you really didn't want any fucking pushback here.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're not wrong. And then Maisie Williams, who's kind of been struggling this entire time with like, you just mushed up all my mates.
Yeah, so that's what I want to talk about, because I like this moment here for like, Maisie Williams seems to be like, for a moment anyway, struggling with the fact that all her like fucking mates just have been mushed and vanished and killed, basically. Yeah. And she keeps going like, wait, like what? And Clara's like, don't worry about it, okay? Like, yeah, Clara is so desensitized to this shit, okay? Yeah. It's so like, well, like fucking 10 people or whatever were just fucking vaporized and killed right in front of her, and it's just not even like fucking registering, basically. She's so desensitized to it.
Yeah, it is a nice moment where your eyes are open to it. Like, Clara from fucking, I don't know, like Series 7. Like, this would have fucked her up. Big time. Yeah.
This would be like something she would really fucking struggle to deal with, and yeah.
And to be honest, it's nice. It's kind of refreshing to like, because we've been following the Doctor and Clara. So when Maisie Williams is doing this, you're like, yeah, get over it. Get over it. It's not that big of a deal. But then when you think about it critically, you're like, hang on, no, that's a massive deal. They're all of her mates.
Yeah.
She was just chatting with all of them when they came back, and she was buzzing to see him when that guy was blowing his big horn.
Nope. I'm not touching it. Nope.
You don't want to touch a big horn?
No. I want to touch a horse.
Yeah, so she's like, listen, I'm fucking you fake Odin cunt, right? We're gonna have a war. And he's like, that's a good call, actually. You're right. When you're right, you're right.
She does, yeah, she gets a little angry, and she's like, well, fuck you cunts then, we'll fucking challenge you to war. And Clara's like, whoa, let's not be hasty here, you know? Yeah.
Does he deactivate a hologram face that we never get a resolution to?
Yeah. I think it's just it'll be the same as the other monsters, basically.
Why is he cutting around with? Oh, because of the Odin shit, I guess.
Yeah. He's disguised, isn't he?
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was just like for his own benefit. He's just like, yeah, I want to walk around with a little beard for no reason. So the Doctor's reading a diary or something. He's it's
a 2,000-year diary.
That's it. That's the one. And the Clara spawns back in, right? Because this guy's like, right, we're gonna fuck you up. Okay, you've got a day. We'll see you then. Get ready to die, basically.
Yes.
So they get beamed back down. And Clara runs up to the Doctor for a hug. Who does a little fake out, and then he's like, come here. I love hugging now.
Yeah. I'm not a hugger, he says, and then immediately gives her the biggest hug anyone has ever given anyone.
Yeah. Do you reckon this is just like a little gambit he's doing, or do you reckon he like put up a wall and then was immediately like, oh, but I can't help myself, I want a hug?
I reckon he can't help himself. Yeah. He loves a little hug. He loves a hug from Clara.
Only Clara.
Yeah, only Clara. He won't hug anyone else. But...
In that, was it Last Christmas where he was like, I'll hold Clara's hand, and that's it.
Yeah. I'm not holding anyone else's hand, but I will hold Clara's hand. Yeah.
So it's quite funny that he's immediately like, these guys are the fucking. I knew you would diffuse it. I knew you'd come back down. Everything would be fine. You tell them to be on their way. You do a good negotiation with them, And just as well, because these guys are the finest warriors in the universe. Like, you really don't want to fuck with these guys. And Clara's kind of immediately like, I think we fucked it, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, he figures out who they are. He says they're the Maya. They're like a deadly warrior race. So good on you for, not getting us all killed in the heat of battle, which they will do.
Yeah.
So good for you for defeating them.
They will not let a grudge go. They will kill anyone that annoys them.
Let me stress, they will absolutely annihilate every single one of us. So well done, Clara. You did a good job.
Yeah.
Clara?
Maisie Williams is kind of there like the entire time, like, oh.
Yeah.
So I kind of like this because it also just shows you that Clara's clearly picked up on some of the Doctor's instincts. Like, we spoke about her being desensitized, but she was absolutely right. She got into that room, she stood on business immediately and just doctored it up, and the Doctor expected her to do exactly that, which I just think is, again, it's awesome. Clara is just every day inching a little bit closer to taking on that role and being more of a one-to-one comparison to the Doctor.
And what could possibly go wrong? Anyway, so they're in the fucking what's the Viking hall called?
What, Valhalla or the
longhouse? The longhouse.
Oh, the place where they all have their feast and shit.
Yes, yeah. They're in the longhouse. They're like, hey, we're in this house that's long. It's a good joke from me.
It's not even a joke. It's just someone really saying a fact.
It's just filling in words, man.
We do that. We've got our certain phrases that we do.
Yeah. Look, so they're in the longhouse and they're like, hey, look, fucking, they're coming. They're going to kill us all. All right, this is awful. The Doctor's like, no, it's chill. Like, yeah, fucking, they're coming, but we've got a whole day to spare, all right?
Yeah.
So fuck off, all right?
Yeah.
Just leave, hop off, run into the woods, hide for a little bit, come back in a week or so, make puddings and babies. All good, you know?
All sweet. There is zero reason for you need to engage with this. Like, they've given you a warning, take it, get out, and then you're fine.
And then Game of Thrones' dad is like, we cannot leave this village. And the Doctor's like, for fuck's sake. All right, yes, just pick a direction and go, you idiot. All right?
Yeah.
You can leave.
I do think this part of the episode, right, I understand they need to stay there because the episode needs to occur.
It's Seven Samurai.
I know.
It's Magnificent Seven, Lawrence, okay?
I know, but then you would expect the village to be a bit more picturesque and beautiful for them to not want to abandon it. It's just a field with some hay.
No, it doesn't have to be picturesque and beautiful. Your home doesn't have to be beautiful for it to be your home.
No.
It can still be a place of significance and value despite its aesthetic appeal or lack thereof. But Lawrence, that was quite shallow of you, if I'm being honest.
But they could build that home 100 meters to the left, couldn't they?
But yeah, but the home is not, it's not so much about the fucking the whatever. It's sacred land or whatever. Who knows?
Oh, I don't know. All right, well look, fine. Okay.
Means something to them.
Fine,
okay?
fine. Well, I guess they even say as much later on, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fine. I'm wrong.
You
true.
are wrong. You're an idiot, and I'll slap you with a fish.
No, where you get the fish?
Well, we'll find out. Yeah. So they're like, no, we're gonna stay and fight, and then fucking the Doctor's like, well, come on, you're shit, aren't you? You've got no fighters. All right.
Yeah.
We're left with farmers, fisherman, web designers, maybe not that last one, all right, but
It's a great line.
Some of them, yeah. And he's like, all right, so come on then, who here has actually held a sword in battle? All right, show of hands, okay? And like, no one raises their hand. The Doctor does, and he's looking around the room, he's like, anyone? And Clara's just behind him with her hand raised, which is quite fun.
Very fun. I love the look. He's like, really?
The look he gives her is very fun. He's like, oh, okay. He's quite impressed by it.
She's like, yeah, I have. And he's like, oh okay. Yeah, sure. Why not? Good stuff.
Yeah.
So a baby cry interrupts all of this, right? Because they're all like, we're going to stay here and die with honor. If that's the best we can do, then we're going to have it. And that's our right to choose or whatever. And a baby cry interrupts this. And the Doctor's immediately, do babies die with honor? And it's like, oh, yeah,
brutal.
We forgot that baby was here.
Yeah. And then he starts translating because we know he speaks baby. Clara informs everyone he speaks baby as well. And he says, I'm afraid, mother, Hold me, mother, I am afraid. Turn your face towards me, mother, for you're beautiful, and I will sing for you. I am afraid, but I will sing.
Mate.
Haunting. Isn't it? It's so insane and hilarious to me.
Yeah.
You can have this show that is Doctor Who, okay? And you can have the 11th Doctor show up and be like, yeah, I speak baby. This is Stormageddon, Dark Lords of All. He wants to rule the world and he's fun and it's silly and fun and we're having hijinks and it's silly and hilarious and stupid, okay?
Yeah.
And then you can have that exact same concept delivered by Peter Capaldi and it's the most haunting, deep poetry that you've ever had, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's wild.
It's very wild. It's like it's crazy, and it's to be honest, it's almost like it shouldn't work tonally. This should be whiplashing you all over the gaff, right?
Yeah.
Because the doctor's like, I can speak baby, and you would expect it to be like fucking goo goo gaga, I shit my pants or whatever.
I want some milk.
Yeah. I just
Bring me those breasts.
Bring me the breasts.
Bring me those fat naturals. All right. I'm hungry for some milk.
But I'm not allowed big horn. Yeah, man, it's wild the mileage that they can get out of different performers and also like just different writers, I guess. I know it's the same showrunner and all of that, but like when you have an episode with fucking Smithy and they're like, oh, the Cyberman's here and I can't look after a baby or whatever, like infinitely dumber than this, which is like a silly kind of episode, but yeah, then you just get this hardcore poetry dropped by a baby and the stakes are I'll comfort my own mother while she dies. Horrendous.
Haunting, really.
Haunting indeed. And the doctor clarifies laughter is babies think laughter is singing or the other way around or some shit.
Yeah, babies think that laughter is singing. Yeah.
And the doctor, I do like this. The doctor's like, you guys are brave and that's cool, but you're fucking morons. Like there is no reason for you to die. He's like, I admire your bravery and I detest your stupidity and I'll mourn for you or something, he says. To that effect anyway.
He says, I applaud your courage, but I deplore your stupidity, and I will mourn your deaths, which will be terrifying, painful, and without honour.
Yeah.
And he fucks off.
Way to leave him on a real dour note.
Yeah. Pretty brutal, really. So he leaves. Clara goes to follow him and is like, come on, can't you do anything to help, really? And he's like, look, you know...
What do you think that was?
Yeah, I was helping, basically, you know.
I cannot stress this enough. You're all fucked. You're all regular village folk that can't even swing a sword, man. You're done.
Anyway, the baby starts crying again.
Yeah.
We hear the baby crying, and Clara asks what the baby is saying, basically. And the doctor's just like, oh, she's afraid. Babies sense danger. They have to. And then a direct translation again is, Mother, I hear thunder. Mother, I hear shouting. You are my world, but I hear other worlds now. Beyond the fading of your smile, is there other kindness? I'm afraid, will they be kind? The sky is crying now. Fire in the water.
Oh, my lord.
What sort of fucking Edgar Allan Poe ass is this baby, all right?
Yeah.
Who is this Dylan Thomas fucking Shakespeare incarnate little baby, all right?
This baby will grow up. I like that in Doctor Who, I guess, that the babies that speak like this, they'll grow up to just be a fucking idiot child as well. Like, they'll have to drop this at some point. It's only being a baby that gives them this infinite wisdom and beauty and lovely way of speaking.
We don't know that for sure. Maybe they could grow up to be, you know...
Well, I want to see Craig's baby grow up and see this baby. What a difference.
Well, Craig's baby was an idiot.
Yeah, because Craig's an idiot.
Yeah. That's how that works.
Yeah. Just direct. Oh, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
You got a little idiot on the way.
My wife's good. She's fine. Hey! I've
seen your wife do some pretty fucking stupid stuff.
Of course. Yeah, but look, she's great. She's awesome. All right, leave her alone. Yeah, fucking. I do kind of like the in and amongst all this, he's speaking with Clara and he says, is there a justice to letting the village die? Because he's worried that the alternative is that defying kind of such insurmountable odds is gonna put Earth on the map as a contender for big space wars. Like, he's like, if these cunts don't die, then the world and the galaxy at large is going to know that Earth is ready for this kind of shit, and they're just not. I think that's kind of cool.
There's this throughout the episodes. We haven't really talked about it much so far, but there has been this kind of theme. You know, Clara's asking him here and there about the so-called rules. You know, the rules of time travel, and you know, like what you can change, what you can't, and stuff. And this is something the Doctor's struggling with here. Really, like he can get involved to a point, okay, but there has to be a point where he's like, it's kind of out of my hands now, you know.
I can't be the babysitter forever. Like,
I need to leave it be, or I might end up doing more harm than good. Really, you know. And it's something he wrestles with and struggles with, and Clara's not quite sure about the rules as well. He's been quite purposefully cagey with them and not telling them to Clara and stuff as well. So, an interesting little through line throughout the episode. I wonder if there'll be any sort of
repercussions,
or if they'll come up again. Who knows?
one will see, I suppose.
Lawrence, it's an hour into this episode.
Oh, what's it time for, Nathan?
It's time for some ads.
Great stuff.
We're back from the ads. There we go.
So yeah, I do like that Clara is intuitive enough to clock the hearing the baby stop crying as the Doctor. Like the Doctor finishes a thought. It's something to the effect of like the sky is crying now, fire in the water or something.
Yes.
And then something switches in the Doctor's mind where he decides to help them, and Clara notices that because the baby stopped crying, because I guess they sensed that relief was there and that help was, to quote Mrs. Doubtfire, on the way, dear.
Help is on the way, dear.
Help is on the way, dear. Good scene.
Very good scene. Very good scene indeed. And they're so in love.
Oh my god, yeah.
So the Doctor's teaching them the fucking, you know, he's deciding to stay. So he's got the villagers lined up. They're doing Seven Samurai. They're gonna, you know, learn to defend themselves.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They've got like swords and stuff. The Doctor's like, when I say move, you move. When I say jump, you say how high. Unless, of course, there's a gap, then you jump across the gap horizontally.
Yeah.
He gives them all nicknames as well.
Yeah, he's like us.
He's like us, yeah. There's one that he calls Lofty.
Yeah.
He's like, my name's not actually Lofty. It's like, look, I do not have the time to learn more names, all right? So you're Lofty, you're Daphne, you're Noggin the Nog, you're ZZ Top, and you're Heidi. Yeah. Okay? It's good stuff. Good bunch of names, I reckon.
Very good bunch of names. I like that the Doctor's like, it cuts to Clara being like, the Doctor's going to have a plan and it's going to be spectacular. And maybe some time passes, but the Doctor's like, it's time to put away the fucking practice swords. Grab a sword. Let's fucking train, boys.
Wait. Just before you get to that, the Lofty is like, why can't we use the real swords? Why are we using these practice swords? And the Doctor's like, well, you know, perhaps you'd like to field this one, Limpy, which is what he's called, another one, who's sat down like cradling a wound in his leg, basically. And then he just kind of like defeatedly goes, because we can't be trusted with
we often speak about the Doctor being like a lecturer and a professor and stuff. This is what it would be like if he was a nursery teacher.
I guess, yeah. Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah, but after a bit of time, the Doctor's like, yeah, you can use the real swords now. Let's see how this goes. Immediate cut. Such a good cut. Just immediately cuts to the whole village on fire. People just like running around, just chaos everywhere. Game of Thrones is trying to herd some chickens or something in the background, and like the like farmers he's training or whatever just like passed out on the ground below him.
So he comes to and he asks Clara what happened. And Clara said, Chuckles hit Lofty over the head. Then someone that guy that was on the floor saw blood and passed, like just passed out completely, knocking a torch into some hay, which spooked a horse, who then kicked open the gate, and then just, I guess, more chaos ensued after that point.
Yeah, you can fill in the rest of that. Yeah, basically.
It is so funny how big of like a bunch of just buffoons these guys fucking are.
Yeah. Well, they're not soldiers. Again, they're just they're farmers, they're fishermen, they're just, you know, they're not Viking
they were never the
soldiers.
village protectors, were they?
No.
It's not their fault.
They're not like me, you know.
Well, what? You're the village protector.
Yeah, I'm the Viking. Yeah.
In Assassin's Creed.
In Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. So Clara and the Doctor are having a little chat. And she's like, fucking weird sound that the thunder's making. And the Doctor's like, that is the weapon forge of the Maya.
Yes.
Like, that's them being like, look at our big dick. Get ready for war with us.
War drums, isn't it?
Yeah.
Before you go to war, you play the big drums to intimidate your enemy.
You play the drums. Would you play a war drum?
No, that's not the type of drums I play. I play rock and or roll.
Oh, would you rock on then instead?
I would rock on instead.
What's your war song?
I do a sick drum solo. Okay, that's what I do.
Like in Whiplash.
Like in Whiplash, yeah.
So you're playing jazz, not rock or roll anymore?
No, yeah. In this scenario, I'm playing jazz, I guess. I'm playing Caravan.
Oh, okay, nice. J.K. Simmons is in your head, just like, fucking come on! Clara's done waiting for it to reveal itself. Clara wants to know what the Doctor's real plan is. And the Doctor's like, mate, this is it.
I don't fucking have one, mate.
It's the best I've fucking got, man. This is what we're working with.
Yeah.
And there's a phenomenal little quick moment back and forth, right? This episode's great at peppering in little fucking... In fact, every episode of Clara and 12 is really good at peppering in little just nuggets of, oof, that hit a little bit. But Clara says, like, teaching them to fight isn't like you. And the Doctor said, that's what I used to believe too. And Clara says, well, what changed? And he's like, you, mate. Like, fucking, what have I made of you? Oh my lord, what a... I don't even know what I would do if I was Clara and someone said that to me.
It is a very telling moment. You can see just how much, like, of an impact he's had on Clara and how much, you know, she has grown and changed with him because of him and all this stuff. And it's like... And again, this has been a through line for the season so far as well. Is this something he's concerned about? Is this something he's worried? Is it like he's gone too far here? Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah. Who knows? As Tom Baker once said.
You know, I really think you might.
Tom Baker, apparently he's retired or something from Big Finish now or something, I read.
Well, yeah, he's like fucking like 95, mate.
Get him in the booth.
No, let him rest, man.
Get him in the booth.
I think it's... to be honest, he should have retired 20 fucking years ago, all right? Let him chill, all right?
The Doctor says a good death is the best they can hope for, and it's the best like anyone can hope for, really.
Yeah.
And he says like, unless you're immortal. I'm like,
yeah,
intriguing.
Just as Game of Thrones works out.
Yeah,
that's just a coincidence.
Just unrelated stuff.
Yeah. She's like, oh, night or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they're like, night or whatever.
And the Clara and the Doctor
good
like,
commentary.
I like her. She's cool.
This is good commentary. So anyway, so skipping over a little bit, but Doctor goes to see Game of Thrones. Okay, who's in her playing Game of Thrones? She's made a little puppet. As Odin, and she's like sword fighting it. Like, I'm gonna get you. And she's doing a big sword fight with this puppet Odin.
Yeah.
And the Doctor's watching her. And she's like, "Oh no! How long have you been here, embarrassed and all this kind of stuff?"
Yeah.
But the Doctor's just impressed. He's loving it. He's loving it. He's like, "Oh, fucking love puppets, mate. This is sick."
He's gone out looking because Clara said to him a minute ago, like, find what it is that will make you win. That's what you're good at. And he's like, all right, bet I'll be on that. It is interesting that he immediately goes to Maisie Williams, knowing that there's something weird about her vibe from earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like this. That Maisie Williams says there's nowhere for her to go beyond this. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's they could run away, but there's nowhere else that would measure up in her mind to home, which is again something interesting that we can speak about towards the end of the episode. But I quite like this. I just thought it was a lovely, almost wistful, beautiful exchange. The Doctor likes beautiful views too. It's just that his trouble is he can't wait for the next one. I'm like,
yeah,
great, yeah.
Yeah, really, really telling about the Doctor and really accurate, I think. Really a good read on him as a person.
Yeah, just like an amazing little summarization of just who the Doctor is in one sentence, really.
Yeah. Riddled with ADHD.
Yeah, cannot sit still.
He's just like you, for real.
Yeah. But I'm not traveling, I'm just itching and shuffling.
Itching and moving and just refusing to stay still in any situation ever, much to the annoyance of everyone around you.
No, they love it. It's all good.
No, we don't.
So yeah, Maisie Williams is like, I know I'm strange, right? And then the baby starts crying again, and the Doctor sees Lofty carrying the baby and goes, "Why's Lofty stolen that baby?"
Yeah, it's very fun. And they're like, "No, that's Lofty's baby."
He's like, "Oh, okay, cool."
She likes to go to the boathouse when she won't sail because she likes the fish. The baby, that is. She likes the fish.
Yeah.
And then the Doctor's like, why would she like the fish? Fire in the water. Fire in the water. That's it. And then he's clocked something from that. He's like, oh, that's what I've been missing. And then he runs off, shouting for Clara.
Shouting for Clara indeed. Fire
in the water. Fire in the disco.
There's a murder on this dance floor.
We went to very different places. You went to fire in the booth. I went to fire in the disco.
Both valid, I think.
Yeah. Fire in the disco. Do you remember that one?
I don't remember the tune, but...
Danger, high voltage.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Danger, high voltage. Yeah. Insane music video.
I haven't seen the music videos. You've seen a lot of music videos.
You've not seen that music video?
No, man. It was before my day.
Just watch it now.
No.
Watch it. No. Just watch it right now.
But then I don't know where we are. Oh, Nathan, here's some ads.
Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, fuck. Fuck. We fucked up. All right, guys, look. We're going to slot this in naturally, okay, guys? All right, we're going to go back earlier before. There'll be just a break that might seem not natural, but look, now you have the context. Lawrence, it's 30 minutes into this episode.
You're right, it is.
Here's some ads.
Okay.
All right, great. That's the first one. Okay.
Nice.
And now let's do the next one.
Yep.
Lawrence, it's an hour into this episode.
Oh, what's it time for, Nathan?
It's time for some ads.
Great stuff.
Lovely. Okay, great. We did it. We covered everyone.
Wait, hang on. We've got to do some intros back in. We're back from the ads.
We're back from the ads. There we go.
I'm just going to use them as the same.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. There we go. Everyone, we're all caught up now, okay? That was seamless. And I'm sure everyone's fine.
And now everyone has the full context for why that sounded so weird earlier.
Yeah. Anyway, watch the Danger, High Voltage video.
Oh, all right, fine.
I need you to see this, okay? So then you can tell everyone if it's a normal video or if there is anything particularly weird about it.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Anyway, Lawrence, was that a normal music video?
No.
Okay.
No, it was very creative and very interesting.
Yeah. I was watching that when I was like fucking 8 years old or some shit.
That's another one. Chalk that up for your therapist.
Yeah. Yeah. You are not wrong, brother.
Anyone that wants a fun couple of minutes, just go and have a look at that one.
Yeah.
Very fun. You've got a bit of a deep knowledge for music videos and
a lot of my childhood was spent watching music videos just because it's kind of a lost thing these days. I feel like these days you have to go looking for a specific music video.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But back when I was a kid, it's not so much a thing these days. But there were the music channels. On TV, you go to the music channels, you'd watch through. They just play music videos over and over again. And what me and my sister would always do when we were watching TV, whenever there would be an ad break in the show we'd watch, we'd just go to the music channels and for
nice
3 to 5 minutes or whatever, just watch music videos and listen to music. And you don't choose what comes on, you don't look for the music video, it's just whatever you're served with, basically.
Oh man.
And there was something kind of nice about that, really.
Mate, there is there's an element of nostalgia to that definitely helps people reminisce over it fondly, but there is also an element of so boring these days, isn't it? It's fucking you don't have shit like that now, or if you do, it's not something you're tuned into.
It's not the same. Like I've gone through the music channels and music stuff that's available like on Sky and stuff these days. It's so much less than like because it's just all on YouTube these days. You know? Like no one's watching these music channels. If you want to see a music video, you'll just go to the fucking YouTube channel and watch it.
And typically they're only like the videos that people are interested in are far less creative than like how they were back in the day. They really had some effort and like some genuinely like artistic integrity back in the day. Like I know it's weird and horny, but that one I just watched, that's awesome. Yeah. It's a cool creative fucking concept.
It is cool. Yeah. It is a bit of a lost art form, I guess, because there's not as much need to create music videos these days as well. Because a music video was used to sell a single, really. It was promotion, really. But these days, because of streaming, you know, the era of the single is kind of over, really. Like these days, the focus is on the album as a whole, rather than you know, this song from it or that song from it, you know.
And if there is a push for a single to be marketed, it's sure as shit not on fucking telly. It's on TikTok. It's
100% it's on TikTok. Yeah,
let's get people dancing to this specific sound or something. Like
exactly. Yeah.
Man, let's go back in time.
Anyway, just two old men just complaining.
Well, like in our day. Oh no, that was one of my first real moments of like these kids.
It was when I was a youth watching Kerrang TV. Okay. Watching the Smash Hits YouTube, not fucking TV channel.
Yeah. So he runs off to find Clara. And then
wait, where are we? What's going on?
So he needs a blacksmith, and Lofty's the blacksmith. He's like, I'm the blacksmith.
Oh, Lofty's the blacksmith. Yeah.
He's like, and you've got a baby. A stupid fucking line. And you've got a baby. You've been at it hammering tongues.
He has, yeah.
Horny.
Just like Loki.
Loki, yeah, big time.
It's right in that pussy.
Well, there was that horse. They confirmed it earlier.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So Lofty is the blacksmith, and he's like, we need the blacksmith. We got a lot of work to do. There's gonna be a war tomorrow, and this just in, we're gonna win the hell out of it. And everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about? How? And he's like, fire in the water, fire in the disco. Yeah. And then he's like, the eels, basically. They've got electric eels. And they start flashing up and shooting their Sith lightning and stuff. Electric eels are terrifying as a concept, aren't they?
Terrifying, but they're also not this. Like,
are they not this?
No, they're not. They'll give
you. Are you sure?
No, there are some, right? But you're not finding them in a fucking rando pond, right?
You might.
No, but like the ones that will fucking proper zap you, right? Yeah. They're the big cunts that you got to worry about, right? But most electric eels are the little small cunts that will give you like, it'll make you go, oh, fucking cunt. But nothing else. Yeah.
Oh. I don't really know anything about eels.
They weren't in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That's why.
No. Was there eels in Black Flag? I remember in Black Flag, you know, there'd be occasionally the underwater sequences and missions. Yeah. And there'd always be one of those cunt fucking eels or snakes in the little long grass underwater. They was always piss me off.
They're not eels though.
They might be eels. I don't know.
Oh, well, I suppose so. Yeah.
If it's long and green and underwater, is it an eel?
Or is it an underwater snake?
I don't think you get underwater snakes. I think they're just eels.
I think they're eels, yeah. But are they? Oh, you can have eels that aren't electric though.
Yeah, they're killed eels.
Yeah, they're eels, yeah.
Yeah.
What isn't an eel?
It's a mystery.
It is. All right, yeah. So they need to like do something to the electricity of the eels or something. I think they have to fuck around with the eels and make them more.
Yeah, so in the longhouse, they're like fucking. The doctor's like, we need to pull all the silvery stuff out of Clara's spacesuit, which I think is wire. Is what he's getting at, but he's dumbing it down for the dumb Viking cunts. Yeah. And he's like, we can use that to magnify the electric charge, basically. So they're rigging up some kind of fucking system or cheat or whatever.
Yeah, which I quite like this. You get then like a following, not really a montage, but just several sequences of the village. I went so far out my way to not say the village people. It's like we don't have time for that riff. We don't. No. But the village guys, the village folk, hard at work. He's also telling the doctor's telling his like philosophy for winning. He's like, acting happy is part of it. It's all about confidence. Act like you know their plan, and sometimes if you're really lucky, they'll just fucking tell it to you. which is quite fun. And you can see him deploy that many times.
Yeah, you really can when you think about it. Yeah, happens quite a lot.
Yeah.
And then they're like, and then we deploy the anvil, and this is the fucking the big moment. This is where we unleash a Shielder's monstrosity.
Yeah.
And we don't see what it is, but we see everyone's reaction to it, and they're like, that's fucking awful, mate.
That sucks, and it's never going to work.
Yeah, the doctor's like, I know, it's great. Like, he's very proud of it. So then Odin comes down.
Yeah.
He's like, get ready for war.
Time for a big fucking war like we planned.
Time for a big scrap. So he walks into the longhouse ready to fucking slaughter some cunts. But they're all just having a little jig.
Yeah, knees up is going on.
A fucking little knees up in the longhouse, is it? They're all doing a little jig, having a little dance around. It's like a good time.
It does look like a very good time. I really, really like the doctor. He's like, we're going to have a war. And the doctor's like, yeah, no, we fucked that one off, actually.
Yeah, no, we decided against that. Just have a party instead, man.
Yeah.
Have fun.
And he's like, to be fair, he tries his luck. This is always, I know it's revealing, it's just stalling for time for another plan, but I do kind of like the doctor. It is in his ethos to always give people a way out before he fucking bodies them into non-existence.
Yeah.
And he's like, there's no weapons here. You're not going to kill innocent people, I'm sure. And the guy's like, oh no, mate, that's our MO. We would 100%
It wouldn't be the first time. Is that even his voice? I don't know.
Yeah, well, it is now. Or maybe not if you can't sustain it.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah.
Maybe it just sounds like you.
Anyway, so it goes. Odin's like, yeah, shit, cunt, we're gonna fight or whatever. Yeah. So they have no choice. They have to fight. There's basically I don't know. There's like electric eels which are sending electric down wires, which is doing some shit with magnets or something.
It's a big old mess.
It's a whole mess, man. It doesn't matter. Just fucking watch it, frankly.
Yeah.
All right?
What are you listening for?
Yeah. What are you listening for, man? Just watch it, all right? Then I can stop doing this.
And while you're watching it, we'll talk about Loki and that horse.
Yeah. That's what I want to talk about.
Exactly. That's the real business. No, it's something to the effect of like, yeah, he like Maisie Williams is the storyteller girl or whatever. So they tune her up to a helmet.
That's the main thing. They need to get a helmet so they can put it on Game of Thrones, and then she can tell a Game of Thrones story. Yeah. Okay.
Of Bran the Broken. Is there a better story?
And who among us has a better tale than Bran the Broken? I don't know, cunt. Literally anyone
else.
Literally fucking any
Hodor,
cunt.
whose job was to wheel around Bran the Broken.
Oh, what a good show.
Well, that's the worst thing. It
was up until, a certain point. So Game of Thrones, she does a Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Game of Thrones is all over them.
She Game of Thrones, and she basically makes like a big snake appear.
Yeah.
And then all Odin's robot soldiers fuck off, and then he's there looking scared and stuff. And they're basically like, we fucking got you, cunt, and we'll upload that to Space TikTok if you don't fucking fuck off, basically.
We're promoting our single, so we're going to throw this on TikTok and get everyone to dance to it.
This will go viral in no time, cunt, all right?
Especially if they use cool hashtags like Clara's privy to doing, hashtag the planes have stopped. Or something.
Hashtag planes have stopped.
Hashtag the war has stopped.
Hashtag Odin was here and he got really scared because he thought there was a serpent or something.
I do kind of like this though. It's the Doctor has they fucking drop lines like so not philosophical. That's the wrong word, but they drop such banger lines. Right, yes. Like it's nothing in this episode a few times, right? But the Doctor says that's the trouble with viewing reality through technology. It's all too easy to change the reality, right? And I wrote down, my exact note says, Charlie Brooker's worked his entire career to touch half of that, and Moff throws it away like it's fucking nothing.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, so the Doctor's like, your reputation is done, mate. Like, your whole fucking vibe is built off the fact that you're the sickest warriors, and you're actually a bunch of melts.
Yeah, you're cooked. So fuck off, or we'll upload this and put the Benny Hill theme on it, mate.
Yeah. And they show him what Clara's fucking quickly whacked out Premiere Pro and sorted it out.
Cap cut, I believe. It would be,
Oh,
probably.
yeah, of course.
It'd be cap cut on an iPhone 4. Okay. Yeah, so they have a little look. He has a little look. He gets that uploaded to his eyepiece or whatever, and he's like, okay, right, well, fuck, you got me.
I come off like a twat in that, yeah.
Yeah, I come off like a twat. So I'm off, boys. And then he fucks off, basically. And they're like, hooray, the day is saved. Yeah. But
Yeah.
there is a big but, and it cannot lie.
You can't.
It cannot lie, because a shielder has still got the fucking big robot helmet on her head.
Yeah.
And she's fucking cooked it, mate.
Yeah.
She is dead.
Everyone's like, woo! Why are you
Yeah.
not cheering Ashilda? Take the helmet off, she just fucking slumps out like a sack of potatoes.
She is dead. Yeah. Clara like quickly like rushes over to her and she's like, oh, no pulse. I think, doctor, is she? And the doctor's just got this kind of like horrified and guilt-ridden look on his face.
Yes.
Like he instantly knows what's happened. And
Yeah.
he's like, oh, fuck, I fucked up.
I read it as, again, because I've never seen this, and I know the episode goes on to deal with it, but like
Yeah.
I read it as the Doctor knew. The Doctor knew, and he was choosing a quick one life over saving everyone's.
Oh, no, I don't think that was the case.
No, I immediately knew I'd got it wrong.
Yeah,
but like just
yeah.
the look of guilt on his face was very specific for a moment there.
I think it's more of a case of he lost track, basically.
I miscalculated
like,
this.
He knew this would be a reality, but like he just kind of forgot about a shielder with everything else going on.
Too busy
basically.
on CapCut with the Benny
He
Hill thing.
was. Yeah. So the doctor leaves. He goes into like somewhere else, and Clara follows after him. Basically, explains that it was heart failure that killed a shielder because the doctor says he plugged her into the machine and used her up like a battery, basically, which is pretty brutal, really. Yeah.
Rough way to go. I like that you get.
And he says, "I'm so sick of losing." He says,
"What a real moment
Yeah.
from Capaldi there. Like not just like wow, this is an amazing moment, but like a real human, tangible moment that we're not used to seeing from this Doctor. He's normally a kind of walls up kind of guy.
100%. Fucking love this moment so much.
Yeah.
Clara's like, you didn't lose though. You saved the town, and he's like, I didn't mean that. Okay, like I mean, I'll lose any fucking town you like, but I'm sick of losing people. Okay, I'm sick of losing the people I care about. Look at you. And he says like, you there with your kindness and your fucking eyes and everything like that. One day the memory of that will hurt so much that I won't be able to breathe. And I'll do what I always do. I'll get in my box and I'll run in case that all that pain ever catches up. And every place I go, it will be there. Fuck me, man.
Jesus fucking Christ. I like that he's already chastising himself for knowing that one day that pain will come and he won't face it. Like, what a horrendous thing to know you're going to outlive everyone you care about. I personally think you shouldn't do it to someone. Maybe we'll get to that.
Maybe we will. But Clara's like, look, you did your best, all right? It's shit, but she died, you know? There's nothing you can do. And the doctor's like, I can fucking do anything, okay?
Yeah.
There is fucking nothing I cannot do, all right? But I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
You know, because of the rules, ripples, tidal waves.
Yeah.
And then fucking me personally, I won't speak for you, but one of, I think personally, the greatest moments in Doctor Who, really. And
if you even remember back to Deep Breath, I thought this scene was in that episode.
You did.
Because there is that moment where the Doctor's like, who frowned me this face? And we see it again, flashback in this. But like,
yes.
I was so excited to see that moment, and when it didn't come in Deep Breath, I was gutted. And then I've waited long and hard for it. And as soon as Capaldi was in that room, I was like, I know that fucking room. I've seen a clip of this. And I mate, what a phenomenal fucking thing to do. To not only just to answer a fan cry potentially of like, oh, you never explained the face thing. Like, what a way to shut those nerds up, but also a way to breathe it into the life of the character. And in like one fell swoop, answer every question whilst also making it personal and interesting and complex. Phenomenal fucking sequence in Doctor Who. Absolutely.
The interesting thing is it doesn't need to be explained at all, really.
Yeah.
It's not something that necessarily, like, requires an explanation. It's just what happens in fucking shows sometimes.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. It happened with the Fifth Doctor. As well, the Fifth Doctor was in. The Sixth Doctor, I believe. The Sixth Doctor was in.
Oh, he was like an unnamed guard or some shit, wasn't he? Like,
no, he was like an emperor or some shit. I don't fucking know. But he was like, he was someone. He was someone in an episode of Doctor Who, and then he was the Doctor. And it's happened to companions. It happened with Amy Pond in the same fucking episode, actually. But like,
happened with Martha, Adiola, or you
happened with countless other times. It's not really something that fucking needs to be explained. But the fact that they did, and the fact that it's so good.
Yeah.
Is like, it doesn't, like, because this could very easily be like, oh, you know, it could really very easily be like, oh, that wasn't necessary. It could really kind of cheapen something, but it's not. The fact that we see the flashback to the Fires of Pompeii episode, we see Ten and Donna in the TARDIS, we see Donna begging him to save someone, like not the whole town, just one person, just save someone, and relating it to this moment, it works. It's so good. And then him like saying, I know why I chose this phase to remind myself, to hold myself to the mark, okay, to save people, basically. And then him like fucking shouting to, you know, to the Time Lords or whoever else, and just basically being like, if you have a problem with that, well, fuck you.
Yeah,
all right?
yeah.
I'm doing this. I think it's great, man.
It is great. It is absolutely fucking great. So much so that I almost don't want to ruin it with the obvious bit of, imagine if it was John Frobisher instead of Caecilius.
Yeah,
I know why I chose this face. So I could shoot my wife and kids.
The Doctor never met John Frobisher, okay? The Doctor doesn't know of the existence of John Frobisher, okay? John Frobisher is an anomaly, okay, in all of this, all right?
No, to take it more seriously, yeah, it's absolutely fucking phenomenal. You're so right. It could have felt so flat. It could have felt so like, oh, why'd you do that? Like you didn't. Yeah. It cheapens that choice even.
It didn't at all, though.
No, not at all. Not even slightly.
Massively holds up, I think.
Yeah. It's great. Also, just the execution of it, like it's a really well edited sequence, and it could feel really stuffed with exposition, and it's not at all.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
music is great in that sequence as well.
Is it the Good Man? Is that what it's called again?
Yeah, the Good Man theme.
Yeah,
so good.
Did you see what I texted you earlier? I was asking you for the title of this, but then I deleted the text.
You didn't delete it.
Oh, I deleted it for me.
Yeah, if you delete it on your phone, you still send the message. Okay?
I thought it was like maybe I thought I was doing the unsend thing, but I guess I wasn't.
No. No, that's not how that works.
What do you? I would imagine a controversial pick. What do you think of the Echo one? To hell with you.
I don't think I've ever really noticed it.
Oh, okay. Maybe someone in the Still Got Thoughts has noticed it and wants to talk about it. We'll get to that.
I've got to have a look now.
No, it's right. Obviously, it's the "to hell with you" line at the end. They put like an echo on it to make it a big dramatic moment.
Yeah, all right. If you have an issue with that, that's the biggest fucking nitpick in history. Okay, that was nothing.
For me, it is an odd
That's
choice.
So fucking nothing. Okay.
I think it is weird. I think it is a random choice, but it doesn't ruin the moment for me at all.
I've never even noticed it as a thing until now. Okay, that's so just not an issue at all. All right.
So yeah, the whole point of that scene is that he's fucking done. He's done listening to fucking nerd laws about time that he doesn't fucking want to obey. And so he goes back. He's scanning a shielder. He's reprogrammed some little badge or some shit to go on her head and.
So it's basically it's from the Maya helmet. It's a little device from the Maya helmet, which he calls a battlefield medical kit, and he's basically reprogrammed it for human beings. Okay,
yeah.
Places it on her head. It disappears inside her, and basically it's repairing her. He says it will never stop repairing her. Yeah.
The dad's crying by her side. And you get the standard fare Doctor Who revival, I'm back kind of thing.
She Captain Jacks it.
Yeah, she Captain Jacks it. Yeah. And the doc, I really find this quite interesting that the Doctor from this point onwards is fucking like he is eager to go. He's like, all right, see you later, guys. And the Dad's like, no, she's gonna want to thank you. And the Doctor's like, you're gonna have fucking buckets of time for that, Chief. Don't worry about that one.
Yeah.
Do you think that he's like? Well, I guess no. We'll speak about that in a minute. What do you think of this whole scene?
It's also worth mentioning he also pulls out a second chip. Okay, calling it a second dose. And her dad is like, oh, she needs to take this? And it's like, oh, no, it's not for her. It's for basically whoever she wants. So yeah, there's a second little repair chip.
Yeah. So
but yeah, I do.
Chip
a second repair chip has hit the Doctor Who episode. Yeah. But no, I do like this. I do like this scene. Yeah. Really, I think it's an interesting scene. It's like
no half measures with the Doctor, is there?
No, there's not.
If he fixes something, really. He fixes it for fucking good.
yeah, but like, I mean, he can't just like revive the dead, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have many options in terms of how he can fix her,
no.
Okay? So, like, it's not like he can just be like, oh yeah, brought you back to life, but it's just normal life, you know? He can't just sonic her and then she's awake again, you know? That's not something he can do. Right?
Which I feel like there are writers out there that would try and get that one past us.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
I think it is interesting. Yeah, the don't thank me, you know, not yet. Like, that's a brilliant nervous delivery from Capaldi. Like, he's very clearly. The Doctor is very clearly.
Are you suggesting then that he knows he's doing something wrong here? That he's purposefully been like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm just gonna get out of here before fucking.
I think he's nervous to see how this information would go down. I don't think the Doctor thinks he's done wrong. I don't even think he's done wrong because he doesn't know for sure that this is an immortal situation. He's like, there's a possibility that it might be, but. He's giving her a second shot. Well, no, he does say to Clara, like, it could be that, but he seems pretty nailed on it's going to be that.
Yeah.
But I think he did well to give her a second shot at life, because, yeah, it's not fair that she just has to kick it from this. But at the same time, yeah, I do think there's a part of him that's like, this isn't right. I shouldn't be doing this. No?
I don't.
Even with, like, the scene that goes on with Clara?
Yeah, after? I do. I think it's then something he realises after the fact.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I don't think in that moment in the longhouse with the Vikings and everyone else, I don't think it's something that's come across his mind then. I think he's too distracted by his own fucking, you know, I'm the Doctor, I hold myself to the mark sort of thing. He's too, for lack of a better phrase, he's too Time Lord victorious at this point.
Yes,
he's too in his own head about fucking fixing and controlling the rules of time and stuff, and doing whatever he wants. Basically, I don't think he's necessarily thinking about the consequences until he's had time to. We said it earlier that it's a fucking 2-day ride to get back to the TARDIS. Okay.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah. And Clara even says, "You're quiet." I think he's been quiet for a while. I think he's been stewing on it for quite a bit and thinking it over. And he's like, now that I think about that, now that I've had some time to like let it settle, I'm like, maybe I was a little bit eager, you know? Maybe, you know.
But what? Let's weigh up eternity with another 2-day ride back to the village to fix it. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Then it's 4 days and we've got to get back to the TARDIS.
What can you do to fix it though? It's done.
Yeah.
I don't think there is anything that you can do at that point.
Yeah, it's so true. Yeah. My gut was like, just go and kill her, and then you're like, obviously that's not gonna work.
Well, you can. She's not Captain Jack Immortal. She can't get shot in the head and then she's fine. You know.
But won't it just keep fixing though? Because she was dead. Clara said there's no pulse.
Oh, that's true. That's true. But he does say she's not impervious to fucking death. She's just like He does say, he has a line where it's like she's not like fucking, I can't remember what it is, but he does have a line that's basically something to that effect. Like she's I don't know, but yeah, something like that. Yeah, basically.
Okay.
And I think it's touched upon a little bit next week as well.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that. But yes, so interesting. the doctor basically is saying, like, immortality isn't living forever. That's what it feels like. Oh. Immortality is everyone else dying. She might meet someone she can't bear to lose. That happens, I believe, he says to Clara.
Oh, I'm sure staring at her.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Are we serious? Are we real here?
But yeah, in the TARDIS is like, the doctor is like, yeah, I was angry, I was emotional, and just possibly I might have made a mistake, you know? Might have made a terrible mistake, maybe even a tidal wave. And then he's like, well, yeah, you know, that's it. A shielder, she isn't even human anymore. There's a little piece of alien inside her, so wait a fucking second.
That old cunt.
Like a hybrid. Ooh. Anyway, then the episode ends with a shielder, like, awake and alive and stuff, and she's, like, looking out over, you know, the coast and watching the sunset and rise, and it's this whole time-lapse sequence as the camera moves around her. She looks quite happy to be alive. She's enjoying life. The camera moves around her, and then it passes her face for a second time, and you just see the look of just... I don't even know how to describe it, really.
Yeah.
Just the dead look on her face.
It's just really. It's discontent. It's bored.
Yes.
It's kind of bitter, isn't it?
The smile is gone. Yeah. Basically, the smile that was there is now gone. She's not looking at life the same.
No, and that's fascinating because we had it earlier on in the episode of the doctor saying you can run, and she's like, "There's nowhere for me but home, man. Like I don't want to I can't see myself anywhere else." Yeah, I guess there is a moment of the doctor's kind of, like he calls it himself, and essentially an emotional outburst to fix this. It's not really taking into consideration what someone else would want from a scenario. It's just, you know, it's a tough choice to make. Would I rather be dead forever right now or live forever? Like neither, really. I don't want either of those options.
Yeah, I don't want to live forever, man.
Yeah,
I would. You know, this. All right. Let me preface this by saying I'm fine, okay? I'm fine. No one freak out, okay? But I'm fine, okay?
Yeah.
But when Bo Burnham said, if I could kill myself for just 2 years, okay, I have never related to anything more than that in my entire fucking life. Okay,
we'd have to pre-record so many podcasts.
That is the realest shit I have ever fucking heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, fucking hits the nail on the head. I don't want to be immortal. That's man. That's
awful.
That's awful. That's so much fucking just time and life and just.
It's forever. It's a concept you can't fathom, and that's disgusting.
Indeed. Anyway, one of these.
Weirdo of the Week! Weirdo.
This is everyone's favourite section of the show where we get to take a chance to look back and reflect on some of the weird and wonderful and grubby little characters who come across our screens each and every single week. Lawrence, who is your weirdo for this week?
It's Ashilda's dad this week.
Oh, Game of Thrones' dad? What I was saying.
Basically, there's a moment where the village is reconciling with the fact that, oh no, the village is fucking doomed. They're going to come and kill us all. You kind of get a brief cutaway moment to Ashilda's dad comforting her and being like, every single time something goes wrong in this village, you always think it's your fault. And he's consoling her and ensuring her that this isn't the case. This is extremely her fault in this scenario. Right. I know he might not have the full picture, but she should be the one turning to him and saying, no, you don't understand. Clara had it locked down and pretty much done, right? The contract was all but signed, but then I opened my big fucking mouth.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It is pretty much exclusively her fault, really.
Yeah. So. But good dad, I guess.
Yeah, good dad. Nice guy. Seems like a nice guy. Got a big bald head. So
he has got a big bald head and a big beard. The ideal look.
Well, no.
No, but you're making the best of a bad situation.
yeah. You let the hair grow where it otherwise can't.
Yeah, so. Exactly. Yeah. What about you? Who's your weirdo?
Bit of a cop out, I'll be honest.
Okay.
But it is Odin for essentially being afraid of being featured on Space You've Been Framed.
Yeah, true, man.
So That's it. Dude is like, oh no, I'll be on the internet, and then just fucking legs it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the internet's a scary place.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess.
His army will never be taken seriously again, Nathan. That's scary business for him.
His army have already fucked off.
Yeah, his army abandoned him, literally.
Yeah. He's got no more fucking Viking cum to drink or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, good for him.
Good for him as well. And good for the thoughts that we're about to read, because, Nathan, it's the time where the audience get to have their say.
I love that, maybe.
I know you do. If you're new, you can write into the emails or the Discord. Let us know your thoughts on the episode. We look through some, we read some out. That's what we're doing now. Nathan, did we get any emails?
No.
Oh, okay. Did we? What? None, really?
No, I don't think so. No, we're in that weird time. We're doing like one a day, so people don't really fucking... True. We've got like some emails for like episodes will be like for like the end of series 9 and shit, so people don't really know what's going on.
That inbox is going to be a mess.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm keeping track of it.
Okay. Well, we do have some Discord thoughts, and if you would indulge me, I'd like to read some out to you, if that's okay.
I'd love nothing more. I can see them on my screen.
Interesting stuff. Let's just get this to bed straight away. Joe on the Discord says, I love 12's I save people speech, but I think the echo ruins it a bit. Lol.
Joe, you're an idiot.
I know, and Joe, thanks for the Patreon sub as well.
Good on you, Joe.
Carney Mark 2 says, get one free for your boner pills. Also, great callback with the face thing. Otherwise, big ol' meh.
Incorrect.
I don't get it. What do people want out of Doctor Who, man? This is like the Forest of the Night situation again.
Do they even like this show?
Yeah, like, I don't... This is a Robot of Sherwood. This is Into the Forest of the Night. Like, this is just a bit of fun.
All right. No, I'm not with you on Robot of Sherwood. Okay?
Oh, I like Robot of Sherwood.
That's a U vehicle. All right. I'm not in that car. Okay.
All right, but it is the other one. It's the there's trees everywhere episode.
Yeah, but I think this is different in the sense that like I don't think this is necessarily as fun as like the trees in the Forest of the Night episode and stuff. But it's like, but there's some really just heavy hitting scenes in this one, which I just like. All the stuff with the Doctor and Clara, which is just so fucking rich and beautiful. The poetry of the baby, the fucking the face reveal and everything like that. All of it comes together and works. And I think the ending with Ashilda is very, really, really strong ending. Really fucking gets me intrigued for next week. And like this is a 2-parter, though it doesn't seem necessarily like a 2-parter. Yeah, really.
There's a weird
like
to be continued card drops at the end of this, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. And next week is like a little bit different. It's not necessarily a traditional 2-parter.
More of a two-hander.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, we'll definitely see how it plays out. Ashilda's story is continued, but we'll obviously check in with that next week.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff I like from Doctor Who. I like it when Doctor Who is a bit silly. You can have a bit of fun with it, and then they take a moment to absolutely destroy your soul with some great character work.
100%. Same. Yeah.
Christina shrugs. And that's not all they do. They also say, I always love it in Doctor Who when we get an appearance from a now famous big-time actor playing a supporting role before their career really hits off. Andrew Garfield and Daleks... Yeah, I know. We'll get to it.
I'm just gonna let me just cut in there and say I think Maisie Williams was already fairly famous.
She's in this because she was famous at this point.
Yeah. She was. In fact, I remember the trailers coming out for this season. Everyone like Maisie Williams. Yeah. Holy shit, she's Game of Thrones.
She is in Game of Thrones. It's true.
Yeah.
I will say you've ruined Christina's bit.
Okay, but beautiful.
I tried to stop him.
Sorry, go on.
Andrew Garfield in Daleks in Manhattan / Evolution of the Daleks is a favourite of mine, as is Daniel Kaluuya in Planet of the Dead. In this episode, we see the wonderfully talented Maisie Williams years before she played the role we would all know and love her from, Rani Sinclair, aka Wolfsbane, from the acclaimed and successful movie The New Mutants.
Okay, I see. Sorry.
Feel good about that?
No. Sorry. Yeah.
Happens to the
My
best
bad.
of us. It happens to the best of us, all right?
Yeah.
Frankly, it's a shame her career took so long to really kick off, since she does a great job acting in this episode. What do you think about that?
What do you mean?
What do you think about that? Do you think she does a great job acting in this episode?
Yeah, I think so. I think she's good.
I've never been the biggest Maisie Williams defender. I think she's a kid that was good at acting and very, very good at playing that role she learnt to act playing. Outside of that...
Well, this isn't too dissimilar from that role.
I think there's a lot. A shielder's a lot more like help me in this
A
episode.
a shielder's not as hard as
Rani Sinclair from the New Mutants.
Yeah, no, Arya Stark.
Yeah.
Yeah, a shielder's definitely not as tough as Arya and stuff, but
Yeah.
you know, they're both vaguely like past themes.
Yeah.
They're from the past.
They could have a sword.
They could both have a sword, maybe.
Christina finishes off saying, she clearly had a lot of talent for such a young actress and likely could have done very well for herself throughout the 2010s, but at least she eventually found worldwide acclaim as the iconic Wolfsbane in a movie we all know and love, so everything clearly worked out for her in the end. I'm so sorry we ruined your
Yeah, we
running
really
joke.
butchered that. I'm sorry, Christina. Really sorry. I still haven't seen New Mutants. Maybe I never will. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't
Although I am planning at some point this month. I want to start a MCU rewatch.
That you're wild, brother. That's crazy.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a movie a day, I think.
Yeah.
And then I'll also have to include the TV shows though as well. So I don't know how I'll do that.
That's so much of your year.
Yeah, I know.
That's such a large chunk of your year.
It's not a large chunk of the year.
I mean, it is.
It'll be like fucking like 2 months or something.
Oh, I suppose every day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me know how you get on.
I will.
Maylena's scared of Pierce. Fun.
Follow me on Letterboxd.
Follow Nathan on Letterboxd. Hear his thoughts.
Yeah. Hear my thoughts. Yeah.
Maylena's scared of Pierce says me equals great storyline. Can you explain this to me?
No, I can't.
Okay.
Just for spoiler purposes.
Okay.
I can't. Okay.
Me equals great storyline. Y'all can suck a bag of dicks. Maisie Williams was good in the role. Fuck you. Fair enough.
I'll just say I agree, Melina. I'm with you.
I don't know what me is, but
It's not that much of a spoiler. Me is the name of Maisie Williams' character because eventually she forgets the name of Shielder, basically.
oh, that's rough. She forgets her own name.
Yeah, because she's immortal. Yeah.
That's rough stuff.
Yeah.
I'd never forget Lawrence, but I'm goated and built different.
Okay.
Anyway, thanks to everyone that wrote in. Much appreciated. And also, thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed, you can give the show a little 5-star review. That would be cool. You can follow us on Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok at Stillgotlegspod, and join the Discord.
And Letterboxd.
Yeah, and Letterboxd. Follow Nathan on Letterboxd. Just this once, I'll put his Letterboxd in the fucking description too.
Thank you.
Join the Discord. You can share your thoughts on the episode like you just heard, or you can email them over at stillgotlegspodcast@gmail.com. And it's time for some thank yous. Nathan, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you also to Nina for managing the short form content as well as marshalling the Discord server alongside Maylena and of course the head honcho Pierce. If you're interested in hearing more from us as well, you can check out the Patreon. Link to sign up is in the show notes, comes with all sorts of stuff, episode notes, bonus podcasts for Doctor Who topics and commentaries as voted on by you, and Still Got Rex, the show where we recommend anything we've been watching, reading, listening to, and whatever else. Get involved, get signed up. We call the people that do sign up our lovely companions. And Nathan, who have we picked up this week in the TARDIS?
This week we have picked up Alfie Donkin.
Nice.
Right? Alfie Donkin, who is from Lymington it says Ham, but I believe that is Hampshire, I believe.
No, it's just ham. They're in a pack of ham.
They're in a pack of ham, all right? Anyway, Alfie Donkin, you know what you want to do with that, right? You want to put a banging donk on it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah. That is sick. That is sick.
That'll make sense to like 4 people. Alfie Donkin was, of course, moving and grooving to some great dubstep beats.
Who wouldn't be?
Okay. There was some banging donks on them.
Yeah.
And then we, of course, kicked down the door because we landed the TARDIS next to the house, and then all we could hear was that loud, thudding and crashing music and donks and stuff.
Yeah.
So we kicked down the door. We're like, enough of this. All right, no more of this for you. Frankly, we've had enough. So then we kidnapped him,
Yep, there it is.
dragged him into the TARDIS.
Great stuff.
And it's like, you're not allowed to play that anymore. You have to sit here with us and go on all these adventures, okay? And now Alfie's with us, so there we go.
And dubstep is banned in the TARDIS.
And dubstep is banned. Everyone blame Alfie, okay?
Oh, everyone's mad about it, are they? We wish we could play our dubstep in the TARDIS.
everyone's crying out to play some dubstep.
One day there was just pictures up or posters up in the TARDIS. Dubstep is now banned. Everyone's like, "Oh, what's this?"
Is our theme song not dubstep? No, it's not dubstep.
It's like it's
what's known as a trap remix.
Yeah, a hip hop trap remix situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there we go.
It's really lucky that isn't watermarked, isn't it?
Yeah. Shout out Dr Keyz, man.
Yeah, man. He's always in the description, but good on you.
Yeah, he hasn't uploaded a video on YouTube in like 4 years.
Yeah, but he's out there and he's made a real... I wonder if he realises how many remixes we've made of his remix.
Yeah, I don't think he does, but, good on him.
The next person joining us in the TARDIS is Chris Travers.
Whoa!
Yeah, Chris Travers is from Bolton.
Bolton?
Or Bowl, as you would say.
Bolton.
Yeah, but you did the ham, so I did the bowl.
It's Bolton.
I know it's Bolton. And speaking of Bolton, Nathan.
Do you know who else is from Bolton?
Yeah, who?
PK?
That's the Absorbaloff.
That is the Absorbaloff. Yeah.
Oh, tastes like chicken.
Horrible. Horrible accent.
I agree. Peter Kay's accent is horrible.
Let's move on. Your accent is horrible.
Chris Travers is not only from Bolton, but we found them bolted on. Oh no, bolted onto the TARDIS whilst we unfortunately landed in a I don't know, fucking oil protest or something. These things are always quite extreme. Chris decided to bolt themselves onto the TARDIS in a I'm not moving out of your way protest situation. So
wait, so Chris is like some kind of like what's Just Stop Oil activist?
That's it, Just Stop Oil. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, and good on you. I don't care if you ruin someone's day. That's fine. But yeah, fucking Chris is still there. Just we haven't been able to get them off, so they've just been bolted to the TARDIS while we fly through the vortex.
All right, sick.
They're just dangling by the arm from the TARDIS. Right?
So they're not actually in the TARDIS. They're just gripped on.
Yeah, but every now and again we open the door, just give them some dinner and that kind of stuff.
Give them a nice sandwich or something.
Play some dubstep.
All right, sick. No, dubstep is one.
Oh yeah.
All right, sick. Next up we have Jack Page from Telford in Shropshire.
Whoa.
Jack Page was, of course, tending to his farm, as everyone does in Shropshire. Okay. They were growing some delicious-looking cabbages.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we turned up, the TARDIS landed, and we were quite hungry. We were like, "Oh, we got a lovely roast on the go, but we need some veggies to accompany it."
If only.
And we saw Jack here tending to his garden with his lovely cabbages, his carrots, some lovely potatoes being grown, and we were like, let's fucking kidnap this cunt.
But that doesn't give us the cabbages. Kidnapping Jack.
No, because then he can tend a garden in the TARDIS as well. Okay?
I see. Okay.
Yeah, but we also stole all his cabbages and carrots and shit as well, just like to get the garden started.
Yeah.
And
to eat
them. Of course, yes. So we kidnapped Jack. We kidnapped his delicious vegetables, and we had them prepared with the roast that we all loved and shared. So shout out Jack from Telford.
Yeah, sorry for kidnapping you, but come on, man, them cabbages.
I'm not sorry.
Nathan will never.
I refuse to apologise.
The last person joining the TARDIS this week is a fine young fella, or fellady. Is that a word? Fellady?
It's not a word, no.
Okay. Well, it is now. It's a fine young fella or lady by the name of SWJN5. And they are
Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, just a real easy name.
Yeah.
And they are from Glenageary in Dublin.
Glenageary.
In Dublin. Ireland.
Ireland.
Hello there. How
are you getting on?
How's everything going over there in Ireland?
I'm very sorry, David. very, very, very sorry.
And Brian.
And SJW, not SJW, what is it? SWJN5.
Social Warrior Justice.
Social Warrior Justice.
And that's where we found SWJN5 Nathan actually doing some social warrior justice. And this is not what you'd think. They were actually a social media advocate that loved justice for warriors.
That's fair.
Yeah, so we landed in their room in Dublin. They were filming a fun TikTok, throwing it back to the tune of, I don't know.
Oh, Healy, oh, Heidi, what would you rather? I am as Irish as Barack Obama.
You found a way to make it work. Good on you.
Yes.
So we picked them up in the TARDIS. Oh, fuck it. You know what? We kidnapped them as well.
Yeah,
we're on a roll.
Yes.
If it ain't broke.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. And I assume we all went for a lovely Guinness.
Of course, we're in Ireland. What else are you going to do?
Yes, good stuff. Because that is all there is to do in Ireland, famously.
If you
got to get a Guinness. Anyway, thank you. Hold on. Thank you, Alfie. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, SWJN5.
Again, just rolls off the tongue.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for subbing to the Patreon. And also, a big extended thank you to everyone else for listening. We'll see you next Monday, 10 a.m. Stay beautiful, stay sexy, stay legging.
Stay out of my business, bitches.